Hey, okay, we're connected. Connected. Yay. All right, thanks for watching this video. I know it's hard to connect to the beginning, even if you're scheduled and so on, it doesn't, there's a lag, in censorship America. So if you had to go back and restart, thank you. I know they just make it impossible and a pain in the ass. So I appreciate that. You do that. And I know you have to do it because I see the way it takes a minute to load and all that stuff for people to get on here. Only with our channel, right? Okay. All right, so anyway, trust crash course. Huh? Great. You're going to learn about kind of the basics of why this trust we have at our school. The trust, there's a course, okay? This trust is a non-taxable and non-reporting trust. And it also has many other benefits. Yeah, to the IRS, you're never going to report taxes and never pay taxes again. For starters, okay? So we teach a course here at Liberty Aid Academy where we teach you the skills yourself to start your own trust. We have the documents prepared and everything. So it's super simple to do, okay? This whole start a trust. And then you're not reporting, you're not paying tax to the IRS, and the IRS is the one who gives you this status, okay? This nonprofit status. So it's completely legal with them and with everything and everyone else too. See, the thing is, the wealthy elite are using this method, right, to not pay taxes and store their money away and not have it be seen. All right, people, great. Gemini, Sam, hey, George, excellent. Okay, so as we do this, I'm going to go through a few slides, go over the basics, okay? Now, if you have any questions of any kind about this or anything, just throw them out and in the chat, please. And I'll just go through them, okay? So I'll do this trust crash course, which is kind of like, in a quick way, tells you about this course we have, okay, at Liberty Aid Academy. It tells you, hey, you can use this trust, totally legal. I'm the one who copyrighted it, and now we have the school with the whole team here helping you to learn how to do this, and it's really quick to do. You can, do this course quickly, open your trust quickly, less than a week. You could just push through and do it in like, 2 business days, you know what I mean? You could take your time with it. You could say like, okay, I'm gonna learn everything and then I'm gonna open it. I say go fast, but anyway works. We have it prepared anyway. It's a self-directed learning course and we're here. You get my time with it. We're gonna have a Zoom chat and we're gonna get you all situated, and you get email. You can email us. You have online training, all this information and so on, and you get another free course with this too, with the trust. It teaches you how to build credit for the trust. Yeah, amazing. Way better credit over there in business credit land. So, okay, that's what we're going to talk about today. So anything you got on your mind, just fire away. All right. So what do we got here? Liberty Aid Academy. It's a school. That's right. It's an online school that's founded to make our students' lifestyle as easy and problem-free as possible, focusing on financial freedom through easy-to-use methods. It's mostly an online school, right? They have had a gathering in the past, and it will happen in the future for, elite members. So, but otherwise, it's an online school. Our methods reduce the amount of money you spend every day by legally not having to pay income, inheritance, or property taxes, as well as reduce or remove most or all of your current payments to banks for money without negatively affecting your financial reports. Yeah, that can be done too in the mentor program, right? We no longer have on our front page that we fixed debt and credit because we were too successful at it. The bankers wouldn't give us a payment gateway to our website. We got with it. We're like, we won't censor everything only. We will censor you by not giving you a payment gateway. So we have to sort of teach that into, the hidden training in the mentor program, that kind of stuff. All right. So it's a tax-free trust that anyone could operate for any individual or any business. See, once you use this trust, here's the thing. You don't make distinctions about individual business or any of that stuff, all the rules go away of taxation. Yeah, there's no, hey, but Jack, if I do this, right, what happens? Do I owe taxes then? Yeah, but if I do this, do I report? You never report, you never pay taxes. That's what's different about this trust than, say, an LLC or a nonprofit, other things you've used or heard of or so on, your person, right, your straw man. Because they're all like, you know what? If you do this, whatever the action is, right? Sell a house and make money or something, all their rules, all their rules. If you perform some action, you have to report and pay taxes. See, this trust is different. It's structure based. As soon as you get that EIN and we tell you how to do it in the training, as soon as you get that EIN, that is when you have 501c3 status right then, meaning you're a nonprofit at that moment. Yeah, no application, you're automatically, then this is for whatever. So no distinction between individual, business, you just have a bank account. You're doing whatever you do. If you currently have a business, nobody's going to know that anything changed on the back end. It's just you change your payment gateway in the name of a trust, change your bank account in the name of a trust. That's all you do. It's super simple. And we teach you, we make it simple for you, you see? Okay. All right, Margaret. George, can you give an example of how you would use a trust paperwork in a vaccine checkpoint roadblock? Okay. You can use the paperwork. You can just say, no, I'm not with the We Trust anymore. The written aspect, creates the real and spiritual aspect. You know what I mean? Like, where you, because this trust negates the jurisdiction of the We Trust, okay? And it says it in the paperwork too, right? All prior contracts are negated, right? Nullified or whatever. And then this becomes your irrevocable contract. So you're no longer with We 33, right? The ruler of hell. And the ruler of, inside this crystal sphere to a certain extent until someone changes their affiliation. And if you do, this isn't the place for you. You see, this is your last lifetime. You have to leave. You're out. So if you follow the golden rule, because the laws of the We Trust, those rules of that trust no longer apply to you. You take the rule of Christ as the golden rule. Everybody knows that's the common law. This is a common law trust. What's the law common to all, right? Dharma, right? Do unto others as you would have done unto you. By your actions, it's called karma, but the law itself is called dharma. So, yeah, that exists. You see what I'm saying? That all exists. Every contract, every individual in here is now currently contracted, right, with BB33 until they change, right, until they sign this other trust, and then no jurisdiction. Okay, so that's the underlying reason that, vaccine checkpoint roadblock. Okay, that's a good, what a concept, right? That's, they want to apply some service to you, right? We go over this when I do this trust crash course, which I have, right? This you're able to ask me questions in chat, and I'll deal with them twice a week, right? I tell you about the trust. And the trust crash course, Mondays at noon, Thursdays at 7 p.m. Okay, so put it on your calendar. You love it. Okay, so you're at the checkpoint. It's like hey, you got to blah blah blah, right? They have a service, right? They're trying to provide you. Hey, you know what? You have to pull over there, whatever, right? Da 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 da. Okay, so you just say no. I'm not with the We Trust anymore. And if you want to, you ask about the paperwork. Paperwork is, oh, here, you can be polite and show them the paperwork. Sorry, I'm not with under your trust anymore, and that's it. And they're like, oh, well, blah blah blah, and you just say no. Politely no. If you don't want to do anything, they said. Now, if they literally have the road physically blocked, do you follow me? You would maybe, or talk about wanting to go past there. Well, maybe you got a vehicle or something that don't fit through their roadblock. You see? Well, maybe you're not getting through that roadblock. But if they have any room or whatever, you can walk around whatever. You know what I mean? Like they can't physically touch you. You're out of their jurisdiction. They're frozen in place. They can't do it. I've experienced it many times. So uh, that's what happens, and then we'll go over the principles again, George, of this. Is like, okay, you're not in their jurisdiction. So if you want to go somewhere, let's say, I want to use your road, your road. I want to use that road. I want to use that Walmart or a store or something. Let's say they're blocking you unless you got a backseat, whatever, right? Okay, or a plane or something. I want to get on that plane and fly on it. Okay. Well, without that thing, you're not going to do it, right? Because you want to use that service and they're blocking it from you. So unless you give it to, you may not be able to use that service or whatever. So, but here's the other part, right? They want to serve you, right? By, here, God's stupid. Put this needle in your arm. I'm smarter. Okay, no thank you. No thank you. Thank you anyway, but no thank you. No thank you. That's fine. No thank you. And you just go on your way. You can be polite and pull out the paperwork, but really just go on your way. Leave that place where they're telling you, or if they're at your front door, it's like, you can't come in here, okay? Then I'm just being polite, but I'm closing. I have things to do, okay? Closing the door, bye. They can't come in, they can't touch you, that's it. That's why they had to shut the world, because this is the truth and they don't want people finding out. Okay, so good question, George. Pretty easy though, okay? We go over that every week usually, that's, I want to use that road or service, or I want to do something, right? And then they want to do something to you. They can't do things to you, but you may not be able to always do the things you want to do out there, okay? If that distinction, I'm not making myself very clear every week. I gotta say it every week. But that's a good question. Anyway, for others, George, and I appreciate your asking. Thank you. Sam, what about when they ask for vaccine passport? Yeah. So, language don't matter. They speak in signs and symbols and insect language. They read each other's minds and stuff like that. Yeah, they're not human like you and me. So, see, they know and they're programmed, so they can't overcome their programming. Period. That's it. Okay. It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. But it's a good question. But it doesn't matter. So good question. So, and that's, back to, maybe wanting to get through to a place. You have to maybe bring less, like walk around. Sorry, I'm not trying to give you a hard time, but I am going over here. Okay, thanks, bye, and on you go. So, yeah, George, I hope that helped. And I hope it helped others, because your question is, Sam had the same kind of a thought. So thank you for bringing that up. Christopher Bobby, how does the trust operate with this new blockchain technology? There's nothing new about this blockchain technology in any way, right? What's Bitcoin logo? 3/11, that's 33, we be 33, the ruler of hell. So it's exactly the same money, no change whatsoever, none at all. There is no new technology, nothing new about it, nothing new. So, how to use the trust? You go up like I did, right? You could go to Coinbase, and just be like, oh, I want a Coinbase client. Click, you apply, and then you just fill in all the trust information the way we teach you, and that's it. They like, you have a Coinbase account in the name of a trust, and that's it. Like super simple, right? Okay, that's it. Good. Sam, I hope I was clear. I hope, because I try to use a question and then explain the principle behind it, about how it works and so on. So, yeah, Christopher Bobby, yeah, the whole thing, 311, 30, they're just making up the whole blockchain. They're what happened with Mt. Gox? Like most of Bitcoin just evaporated, and then somebody else owned it. It's like, oh, your logo and your stories, yeah, like the news. They never make sense. But it's pretty simple to do, Christopher Bobby. Okay, so never pay taxes, right? Here's the United States Code. This is the IRS section, right? The 26th, part of the U.S. Code. Chapter, they call it, right? Chapter 26, section 508. Okay, it says here, you can pull this out, right? You can Google this and look it up, yourself. This is just an excerpt from it. It says, special rules with respect to Section 501c3 organizations. Oh, special rules. You don't say. Because what's Section 501c3 organizations are, you don't pay taxes. So, yeah. What does it say here? New organizations must notify Secretary that they are applying for recognition of Section 501c3 status, right? Section 501c3 status. So they're giving you a status to your trust, okay? Okay, cool. Which that status is nonprofit, non-reporting. Sweet. Okay. All right, you with me? And then what's the next word? Except. Oh no. What? You have to apply to the Secretary of the IRS. Except as provided in subsection C. Oh, sweet. So there's an exception, no doubt. All right, and let's go down to it right here. You with me? C, right? And the mandatory exception. What? Oh, here it is. Churches, okay, comma, their integrated auxiliaries, comma, and double separation, conventions, another separation, or association of churches. So we've got churches, a churchy thing, conventions, and a churchy thing. Okay. So a church is definitely, everybody knows that, but what's a convention? It's an agreement between two parties. So who are the two parties? There are three parties in a trust. So there's settlor or grantor, right? That's the same one. Trustee, a beneficiary. Okay. You can be two. Grantor, trustee. You can't be beneficiary. Nope. But you don't have to name the beneficiary. So you can hold those two positions, and that's it. It's your trust. So simple. It says it right there. Never pay taxes if you do that. Fantastic. So this is never report taxes. That means never fill out a form for the rest of your life to the IRS and never pay them a penny. You with me? This is what the wealthy elite do and have done right along and will continue to do. And why would they ever change this? Just because a few slaves got through the noose, It's not many, and they've programmed everybody. You can't get out of death and taxes. Okay, where was that quote pulled from? Benjamin Franklin pulled it from the guy that wrote Robinson Crusoe, which is after the Bible, the second most translated book on earth. And that author who got that gig, right, sold his soul to get number 2, right? His other book it's The History of the Devil. And that's where Benjamin Franklin pulled that quote from. The History of the Devil. That's the name of the book. So, yeah, no one cares about the history of the devil. So, yeah, that's fake. Devil's a liar. All right. So here we go. Super simple. Returns by exempt organizations. Nice. Great. Returns. Okay. So this one reads much the same. Returns by exemptions from filing, right? And so here we are. Except, right? You go up into number 1 here, and here's the first word, right? Are you with me? Except. Okay? And so they start off with the except, and here are the exceptions right down here, but let's just read it. Except, as provided in paragraph 3, right down here, here are the same word for word exceptions, okay? Except as that, every organization exempt from taxation under Section 501 shall file an annual return. Let's go down to this exception again, because that doesn't sound fun. Let's just not do that. Okay, no filing. Who can do that? Same word for word. Same word for word. Churches, comma, their integrated auxiliaries, comma, and conventions or association of churches. So very, very much a church 3 times, right? And a convention, which everybody else that wants to trust. Okay, really simple. So, Christopher, I've had my EIN since May 2020. Good. Have not used this. So does that mean that I'm already a 501c3? Yeah. No, it means the trust is, not you. People aren't anything. Corporations are the only things that can own things, right? People can't. Your person can, your LLC can, your trust, your nonprofit, what have you. But people cannot own anything. They cannot have their names on any title or deed or any ownership of anything. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's so important to use this structure that you never pay taxes or report. You control, right? What did Nelson Rockefeller, the Vice President of the U.S., what do you say? The secret to success is to own nothing and control everything. That's the Rockefellers. Come on, right? So you own nothing. You see to say your trust has 501c3 status. Your trust, not you. Okay? So you're just like, it's not mine. You see how that works? It's not mine. What? So your person, they like to call it you or I. Say I if you're talking about the person. Okay, I, right? The all-seeing, ta-da, whatever, you know? I have no money. I, my person, has zero. Give me an EBT card. That's $250 a month. That's $3,000 your first year using the trust. Come on, it pays for itself in less than a year. And then it's, you know, all ROI after that. It's all ROI right in the beginning. I'm not even talking about taxes. You see what I'm saying? You're playing a game, right? Oh, I run my person by straw man. That's a business, right? And I'll run a trust too. Okay, but I'm only going to use the trust. And I'll have perfect credit over here and great credit cards, but no bank account, no bills, no nothing. Zero for everything. What do you own? There's nothing. I am homeless and I have nothing. What do you got? You got a Medicaid? You got some EBT? What do you got that proves I have nothing, can't be sued, you can't take anything from me? Because I have nothing. My person, i.e., right? You are a trustee of this trust, so you have whatever you put in it, you see? So it's really simple. Okay, I have 4 children. What about their birth certificates? Certificates of live birth? That's fine, that's fine. You change their affiliation to make them beneficiaries of the trust, and that negates the contract of the God we trust. Their souls are no longer ruled by the ruler of hell. They're ruled by the ruler of heaven instead. And that's the way the paperwork reads, and that's the way it works. And so that's for anyone under 18. Why? Because they cannot hold legally the position of trustee or beneficiary grantor. They can't hold a legal position. So the only protection they can receive from a trust like this is in a situation that Christopher Bobby's asking about. The parents can sign in the children as beneficiaries. And in the second video, the mentor program, I just restarted it. That's exactly what I went over. Exactly how to add or remove people from the trust, including beneficiaries, children. Okay, so good question. And because children, right, under 18 as beneficiaries, you got to see, the law says they can't be trustees, so they can't be afforded that protection. They're afforded another level of protection, which is actually higher. In other words, they could be in a school, high school, grade school, whatever, school somewhere. And the school says, oh, we're having a drill, and everybody got to get vaccinated. Well, okay, whatever, you know. Everybody else has to, but guess what? That whoever's trying to make that needle go in that child's arm, it's not going to go there because they don't have authority to do it. It will be frozen in place. Because, you know, children can be coerced to the point where they're like, okay, yes, okay, fine, you know. But that doesn't negate their prior contract because they're not eligible to make that contract themselves yet. Their parents are. That's the law. And that law is carried out, period, especially over children, the things I have seen. And what has happened to the testimonials we've gotten and so on, the way the children are watched over is just beyond imagination. You can't even imagine it. You're the wily guy. You have trust, super genius. Oh, thank you, Christopher Bob. I've just been doing it a while, and you know, I don't like what they're up to, and you know, I love my children, and I love that. You know, I want people to be afforded that ability to, care and love for their children properly. It's not possible under their trust, and is possible with this method. Okay. George, a sentence I use on numerous occasions when dealing with the government is, I own no property and have no income as defined by law. That's a good way to do it. I just let it all hang out now. You know what I mean? Like, oh, your lingo is, you see what I mean? I have no ego in it anymore. Our ego is a trained thing. You see what I'm saying? You're supposed to care if you have money, if you're poor or whatever. No, I just tell everybody straight up, yeah, anyone to do with the government or whatever, right? I'm homeless, I have nothing, zero. Yeah, it doesn't hurt my pride, or I have none. I don't care. I don't care. I just don't care because their programming doesn't affect me anymore. So you just tell them what they want to hear so their ego is pumped up and they feel better about themselves, and you just go on your way. It's like, yeah, I'm homeless or whatever. Oh, you're homeless. Well, let me help you. You're less than me. I can help you now as a governmentor, as an influencer, an influencer. I'll give you that influenza as an influencer. Anyway, so that's a good one, George. JP, hey Jack, got my EIN. Boom, and bank account. I love it. Yay. Have you ever heard or experienced the IRS or court defining a government as an agreement between two churches? No, that's yeah. You're killing one stone with two birds, I think. No, that's like a non sequitur there. Don't worry about it. No. George, like John said, there is literally no way that a living being can own anything. No, that's the truth. Under the current system, that's the truth. Because it's set up that way on purpose to protect the children of life. No, well, this isn't our place, Don't get too tied down to hear the things in it. No, this isn't our final. This is the game where you get tested. That's all. This is not the final place at all. Come on. Dee Dee shows up. Uh-oh, must be important day. I love Dee Dee. She's great. So this means if the trust is dissolved, that no other entity can control the trust. That you dissolve? No, yeah, no. If you're the creator of a trust, so you dissolve it, that's that. The end. The end. Yes, that's right, Dee Dee. Correct. Irish Lord. I love his name. It's so great. What if I get the trust pre-notarized and go to the bank after doing so? Yeah, that's what I recommend, is to get the trust notarized before you go to the bank. Now, yes, I do recommend that. After doing so, to open an account, and they want to make a copy of my trust for records. Yeah, let them make a copy as much as you want. Yeah, let anyone make a copy that you're interacting with, that you're trying to get something accomplished. You know what I'm saying? Let's say, oh, I want a credit card from Chase. They don't ask for this. You know what I'm saying? They credit cards don't ask for the trust. But let's say they did, and let's say you wanted that credit card. Who cares? Just send it to them. Remember, listen, they don't need the trust. Why doesn't a creditor need the trust? Why? Because there's a step in getting credit for the trust, and the step in building that credit profile is putting your trust at the Secretary of State, is recording it. I'm sorry, registering it there. Registering the trust at the Secretary of State. What? And what does that make? It makes your trust viewable. You can see it online. You see what I'm saying? You can go look at it. There it is. Oh. You follow? So yeah, when you go, but when you go open a bank account, they want a copy of that trust. Let them have it. You bring it original, like you say, pre-notarized, like you say. Yes, Irish Lord. Yes. And then you bring it, and they say, "Can we see your social, maybe your driver's license? Can you get a copy of the trust? All of it. Here you go. Everything. No problem. Why? You want a bank account, so there you go." On my way to a hearing, that's a question. Okay, Dee Dee, no problem. Happy to help, okay? Sam, hey Jack, went to Ally Bank. Great. Filled out all the paperwork. Great. It took 5 days, sent me an email, say they don't open trust for businesses. Ally doesn't. Oh, open credit. Oh, Ally the bank to have a bank account. Ally as a creditor. Maybe they would extend credit. Okay, I didn't know they do bank accounts. Oh, okay. Uh, well, okay. That's the third bank. Thank you. Ally doesn't. I know that Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and now you say Ally doesn't do it. That's the third ever that anyone's found. So I didn't even know they have bank accounts there. But that's it. All other banks never heard a problem. So sorry about that. Only individual trust. Whatever. Open an individual trust. Whatever they call a trust internally to a bank, that doesn't matter. Whether they call it individual trust, irrevocable trust, whatever thing they put in front of trust, you don't care at all. Why? You got an EIN from the IRS that says you don't report, right? And you don't pay taxes. It doesn't matter what the bank calls a trust at all. You know, they don't like to, here's a trick question, right? Oh, is this business or personal? I say, just say, oh, it's personal, whatever, you know? And because they're like, okay, because they think if you're doing a business trust, you're getting over on taxes. No, if you're just opening a trust account properly with the right EIN, then you're getting over on taxes. See, them, you know, medial banker slaves, they don't get the whole thing. They're just given, like, you know, questions to ask and try and block you and stuff. But that lingo don't matter at all. That's internal, Sam. That's internal to the bank question stuff. So just say, sure, it's an individual trust, whatever, you know. It's just trust. That's all you needed to say. The IRS give the designation that you don't report and don't pay. The bank has nothing to do with that. They just do transactions. So if they open a bank account for your trust, that's it. Transactions. Money goes in, money comes out. That's it. Okay? So that's actually not a problem. You maybe could still open there. Okay. Thank you for that, filling me in. Dee Dee, face to face, they want another hearing before court. Cool. That was her question. All right. Send me a silent prayer. I will say you, okay. I will say you a non-silent prayer. Dee Dee's not under the jurisdiction of the God we trust, as she needs a miracle, like everyone does. She needs a miracle every day. So listen, step in. She's one of yours. There's my non-silent prayer. I mean it. JP, same happened to me. I opened with Charles Schwab. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Tell them individual trust, whatever. You open with Charles Schwab, no problem. Great. I don't know. Doesn't see, that's just little programming language. It doesn't matter at all. You just are trying to get a bank account open or Schwab account, whatever account open. As long as it's trust account, that's all you want open. Thank you. Okay. Irish Lord. Ally isn't worth the time. Yeah, no, right? But hey, you know, whatever bank you choose for your own reasons, I want you to be able to do it. So, and really, I've only gotten down to, now when they say, I misspoke. Bank of America and Wells Fargo, they do open bank accounts for the trust. I misspoke. They don't issue credit cards in the name of the trust. I misspoke. So, reason I say don't bank with Wells Fargo or Chase is because, you know, you're trying to form a banker relationship and get into the credit they have at the bank. You see what I'm saying? So, why bank with Wells Fargo and Chase if they don't issue credit cards in the name of the trust? I misspoke. So, Wells Fargo has given people hassles, okay? That's the only bank that's actually really given people hassles about opening this trust account. So I don't, you know, unless you're currently banking with them and you like them and so on, and you want to sit down and try with Wells Fargo, and stay away from them. But lots of people have opened trust accounts there too. I've opened a Bank of America, no problem. So sorry I misspoke on that point. Okay. James Way. Cool. I have a niece who may be forced to take the shot because of a judge ruling to my sister and her ex. Sister's afraid to open a trust to protect my niece. Is afraid to open a trust. Well, this is the only way that works to protect that niece of yours. There is no other method. You have to get out of that Igawi trust contract, or they do have jurisdiction. Period. And that's it. This is the only solution. At least there is a solution, as, prayers, to get through is the only method, right? We can't do things on our own. Mary Fox. So, James, that's prickly, and I hope it works out for you. At least you know how. Mary Fox. So you can run business income? Absolutely. There is no such thing as income anymore. Income is a term that is used for taxable organizations. This is just money coming and going. Revenue, grants are things that go into trust. Grants and expenses, whatever. Doesn't matter what you name it. Money coming in, money going out of the trust, and going anywhere. You can pay for anything. Any other bill for anything, doesn't matter, okay? That's exactly what I'm saying. All you do, if you have a current business, you go open a trust bank account, right? And then, my business gets paid through Stripe or PayPal or, Shopify or whatever, right? Something. You get paid. So you just change that into the trust name. And that's it. Nothing happens to your business on the front end to anyone out there. No. Everything's exactly the same, okay? Super simple. Yeah. Not only is that true, Mary Fax, it's so easy to do is my point. Okay, George James, you should be in here, right? Yeah. Well, hey, I'm on Mondays at noon and Thursdays at 7. Anyone could come in and ask questions like that. It's a good idea, George. Thank you for that. Yeah, I don't know what Judy's up to, but we, saying prayers works, and so, George, you can help that way. George, I have showed her this before. Too afraid. I mean, too afraid of what? This just strikes me. I don't get this. You see what I'm saying? Does any other lawyer have proof, like testimonials on their website, that what they tell their clients worked out great and everything, and those testimonials has a notarized affidavit with it? No lawyers have that. No accountants have that. No schools have it. Meaning, your sister should be really worried about the stuff she's doing now because there's no proof that it's going to work out for her. You see? This school, this method is the only one with proof. So it's kind of like it's anti-self programming. You see, it's self-destruct programming programmed into the slave to self-destruct. And, not only yourself, but your offspring. It's heinous what they've done to people, you see, is heinous. But it also is individual. You see, each individual has to make their karmic actions. You follow me? And as much as we want to save a little one and so on, all we can do is do our best. And that soul, whoever other souls are involved in here, they have their own karma. And we have to do our best, but we have to accept that. You see what I'm saying? We have to accept that the common law is a law common to all. And there's no way around it. So everyone's karma catches up to them. If they're reincarnated into a little body, well, God knows more than we do. We don't run this game, you see. We are participants in it, and we have an exit path this way. But still, we don't get to be, evil like them and all that stuff. We just can do what we can do. Anyway, I hope it works out well for your niece, James. I really do. Irish Lord, so do you have to add something to trust construction to make your person as a trustee exempt from the vaccine? No. It's already in there. It's already in there. You're out of the jurisdiction. No. That's all you need. Just the declaration of trust and bring your EIN, and that's it. No, it's not. Doesn't have to be. They're out of the jurisdiction of everything they want to do. You follow me? Not just that. Whether it be their debt, whether it be, their taxes, whether it be their vaccines or their haircuts or their cages with, their jails, what have you. Whatever services we don't want provided to us, that's it. You follow me? It become, why try to list all that stuff? You see, no, this is simple. You see, no, we're not in that contract anymore. The answer is no. And your organic robots, your Terminators, your T-1000s, they're programmed. Sorry, that's the way it is. There you go. Oh, anybody connected to the trust is out of the jurisdiction for all purposes. That's it. George said it right. Joe, okay. Joe, good. He got the trust recently. John, about opening a trust in Florida. Good. I'm a PA or branches in Florida. Great. Yes, use your Florida address. Totally use it because it's easy to register a trust in Florida. Yes, use your Florida address. I would totally recommend that. But for convenience, right, let's say you get an Amazon account and in the name of the trust, right? And let's say, you could choose an address to ship to, right, from Amazon. You could have, this thing's going to our place in Florida, or this is going to our place in Pennsylvania. You see what I'm saying? That's how you interact with your accounts, how you use them. But this is just about registration, right? This is just making it easy for you to fill an application with a registered trust, right? So you can get credit. That's the only thing registering at the Secretary of State is for. You don't have to do it to open a bank account. People do this registration thing and they get nervous, like, oh, hey, what's this whole thing? This is a step. See, all other businesses are created at the Secretary of State, right? LLC, nonprofit, everything like that. It's at the Secretary of State, you see? So when you fill out an application for credit, you fill out blah, 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 your trust at blah, blah address is such and such a state, zip code, blah, right? They go look it up at the Secretary of State, the creditor, right? Oh, I want a credit card from Chase Bank. They go, oh, they gave this address. Let's see if it's at the Secretary of State. Why? So they have recourse to your private trust. Otherwise, a creditor won't issue credit, okay? All other business types are already there. So don't get confused. You can have a bank account without registering at the Secretary of State. No problem. You can do everything you want. Just not get credit for the trust. So that's why Joe was bringing this up. Okay. Also, the link you gave to download the form from Florida seems not to work. Why don't I share it right now? Joe, I don't know if I can. You know what? This is freaky. Look, I'll tell you what. This is what you do. Get into your Google right now, Joe. First of all, you could email us. Anyone can email us a question about something like this, Joe, okay? Contact@liberty8academy.org, okay? That's it. We'll answer your question, all right? Anyone that's a current student. Okay, but we're all live, so Google this with me, please, okay? Florida Secretary of State, right? Common law trust registration. That's it. That's a lot of words, but if you put them all in and you Google that, a PDF should pop up right then as number one. Click on it. That's the PDF you want. Oh, you did email about it. Okay. I'm not sure I'm getting that mentor email. I'm going to have to see why I'm not getting your mentor email, Joe. I don't know what's going on. But that is a problem that I have to correct, and that's not good. So I'm gonna go into there and learn why that's not happening. So let me get in there, and I'll return that email. But now you know, I don't want to hold you up, okay? So mentor at liberty8academy.org. I'll go check all that. Thank you, Joe. That's how you do it. And I wish I could look it up now and send you a link. Let me try. I might totally screw this up. I'm going to do it at the end of this, okay? I'll do it at the end of this. I'll go look for a link and see if I can. I just don't want to go to another window and screw up this trust crash course. But at the end, I will do that, Joe. just to make sure you get that. Okay, but really, if you Google what I just said, it should totally pop up a PDF. Okay. Amos Daniels, and I'm sorry about that, Shell. You shouldn't, we're using a new back end, and some of our systems aren't 100% worked out smoothly, so, we're starting up the mentor thing from scratch, so I'm sorry you're, a guinea pig on that, and I'm sorry you had a little bit of an inconvenience. We will sort that out. I apologize. Okay, Amos. I hear the best place to open a trust is South Dakota and Delaware for privacy. No. Best place, United States for privacy, anywhere, right? The best place to open a trust is where you could register it if you want credit. That's the main hurdle, and I just went over that, right? Not every state has a pathway for registration, and I have gone over, that, and I put this in the course for the business finance, right? Course that comes with the trust. It's not extra. It comes with the trust. It tells you how to get credit. Okay, so it's really, if you're in a state that you can register a trust, I would open it in your state and register the trust and get credit. But if not, I give the method, in the business finance course. I go through the whole thing and everything about how to register your trust in Florida, even if you're in another state, because you're just trying to register it. Then you have a place so you fill out the application to get credit. That's what, that's it. So, and privacy, you're misunderstanding anything about privacy. The IRS given EIN for this. You know what? Privacy, people misunderstand what privacy is. Privacy is you're not reporting and paying taxes anymore. You see, that's privacy. That's privacy. You didn't go to the Secretary of State or to an accountant or a lawyer to create your trust. That's privacy. You didn't go to any professional or anything. You created your own trust. You got your EIN yourself. You're opening your own bank account. You're doing as you please without reporting or paying taxes, okay? That's privacy. You see, people misunderstand. So, yeah, no, that's not why they bring up those states, actually. I know why they bring up those states, but you don't need the solution for that either. Happy to help, Joe. Hasdrubal. Greetings, Uncle John. Hey, homie. It's fine, John. Okay, but I hate when our systems aren't working perfectly, so thank you for bringing that up. I know it's Trust 101. Yeah, no, it's not available. No, it's not ever coming back. Now, we're just doing it this way because, listen, we've just had too many problems. We want only successful people, you see? And this way, everybody wants credit for the trust. Come on, you do. You see, so you need the business finance course. You need some of my time to get oriented. You need the trust. You see, everyone needs those things to just understand everything and have a smooth ride, because there's nothing left out. Then the mentor program tells you how to operate it through all these different methodologies and what to do and so on. What comes with the trust? You open the trust, you have a bank account, do as you please, and how to get credit. Come on, that's everything you need, really. But if you want to figure out how to use that, the mentor program is like all these different situations, adding people from the trust. We did, or, adding or removing people from the trust was the last one. Just that's all in the mentor program, okay? All right. We had people who needed more information who got the basic trust, and they were like upset. They're like, they didn't quite understand it, so we can't have that, you see? We need everyone to understand, so sorry about that. We tried. We keep trying to bring you things in a simpler, easier, more affordable way, but we're already doing that. I've done this. This team has done this for years, you see? And so we have it set up so everyone is successful, everyone. So we're sticking with this format because your success is our only goal, okay? And this way, everyone is successful, okay? Hazardville, New Jersey. All right. The Garden State. Tending to your garden. Good. Ashanti. Hey, John, does this trust get you out of jury duty? Yes, I just did it myself. Such a great question. I did this last week. Ashanti, great. This, oh man, this is going to go into, I was going to do a video on this. Not, they're on the topics to cover in the mentor program. But yes, absolutely. It's so funny too. And it took me a while looking at this form. Oh man, I don't know where I put that thing. Anyway, it's funny. I never looked at, the jury duty thing, and I got one in the mail because, I've done so many court cases down there. They must have just sent one to me. I thought about going and filming, and just, because I love to get in there and, see what they can't get done and to video it. But you had to be there at 8 a.m., and that's just not me, so forget it. So it was very funnily worded. They had all these different exemption types. They had like 3 sections for exemptions. One was like, the second section was like, you're not currently qualified, like you have a felony or something, like that will block you. Okay, so you're not able to. That was, and there were other things in there. And then there was the third section was like, I don't want to be a jury duty. It was like you have to write in something and an excuse that was one of these excuses. Well, up there in the first section, there were just a bunch of boxes you could check, maybe like 10 reasons you don't have to do juries. Automatic. These were automatic exemptions, and it was like it had a bunch of boxes on them. Okay, and every one of them was a single reason and a box to the left, right? So I read them all, like, this is weird, because they didn't have one. I thought, for if you didn't sign something, how could they say you got to do this? You follow me? But up in the top section, I saw it wasn't one question. One of them was if you did this, or if you haven't signed the authorization to be on jury duty. In other words, you had to sign something that says you can be on jury duty, and that was one of them. But it was like a double one. You see, with an or, and it was at the end. So I expect jury duty thing is different in every state. You see, and they're going to find a tricky way where I just described, right? That it was not easy to see. I actually had to sit with that thing for a day or two. I was like, this is some programming stuff here. Let me see what's really going on. And I really looked at it. I finally saw how they gave you that out. And that's automatic. So you just check that box, sign it, send it in, and that's it. It's automatic. So you're out. You're automatically not on jury duty, you see? So it's that, you see, you have to contract in to be like, oh, sure, I'll be on jury duty. There's no, you're not with the Ego We Trust anymore, and that's actually listed, you see? So, great and timely question, Ashanti. I hope that answered that question. Is Debt Savior Advanced Financial Solutions coming back? Yeah, I'm putting it into the mentor program. And just, it's all the things that I can't put on the website anymore. It's in the mentor program. I'll teach everybody how to do everything. Oh, that's right. Yep. That's the way I'm going to do it. I'm just going to put it in there and teach it in the mentor program. What's the mentor program? Everything. How to get out of any debt? Oh, yeah, that's in there. What? That's what I built my name on. I can't put it on the website. You don't think I'm going to teach anymore? Oh, yes, I am. Sorry, bankers. But it's not on the website, so I can get a payment gateway. So, and I probably won't be able to list it in the things that, the mentor program teaches, but it's going to be in there. No problem, Amos. Happy to help. That's why I want, people to jump in here when I'm live and ask questions. We can really get into it easy, okay? Ashanti, contacted me recently. I simply told him I'm too afraid of the Rona. That's funny. No, yeah, but don't be afraid. No, we don't have fear. So you don't use a, I never use a fear reason. You see them saying, they fear me. They fear us. Anyone side of the crust, they are absolutely afraid of you. And you should operate in that regard. That's the way I do. You see them say they have a checkbox on the door, you think, hey, automatic, I'm out. Don't treat it like they're any more than like an automatic robot to just tell what to do. You follow me? You don't need their permission. That's over. You just need to inform them for their records and make their management position easier. That's all. It's no more than that. You're being polite. That's it. Okay. Yeah, Irish Lynn, right? I'm going to do it over time. But I'm handling this mentor program differently. I'm going to handle one single topic each week and make a very detailed video on that topic. So it's going to be easy to search and you're going to get everything you need to know from that week on that topic. And then I'll answer questions and so on. So, okay. Excellent. I'm glad you're getting it. Okay, so what can you owe with this trust? Money, right? You can have a bank account. You could have a crypto account. You could have a Schwab account. You could have like an investment account. You see, all those, no problem. In the name of a trust, no problem. A car, a vehicle, right? No problem. A boat, mobile home, anything with a title. Yes, anything with a title you get a DMV, no problem. Could go in the name of this trust. Your home, meaning any real estate, any type of real estate could go in this type of trust. And then after you could apply at your county level for exemption of those taxes. That's right. Your business, guess what? It's just going to be a trust account. Call it business, call it what you want. No more paying taxes, no more reporting taxes. That's right. Amazing, right? So this is easy, okay? You literally can, go make your donation to our school. You get an email, click all that stuff. You're in the school, go study. You could be in there one day. Get it one day, next day you're in the bank opening your trust account. You literally, if you clear your day and go at it, you could do that. Okay, you can take as long as you want. It's self-directed study. Let it sink in. That's fine too. It's self-directed at your own pace. I know the first time I come up with this and I wrote it all down, I really sat with it for like 2 months before I went to the bank and did it. You know what I mean? But that was the first time. So, and it was no problem. Okay, so anyway, you're like, Jack, the automatic nonprofit status, good story, but I want to see that in black and white. I want to see that black and white from the government. I got it even better. I got the bankers in the government, the SBA, right? The ones with all the money, the bankers of the government bankers. They put it in black and white for you. Yeah, I'm not kidding. And you can Google this right now, whether you're watching this, video or live or, recorded or whatever. You can literally Google this right now. SBA, faith-based organizations, FAQ. That's it. They put out this FAQ. A PDF pops up. You can read it. I just took a picture of this, right, and put it in here, and here it is, okay? But you're going to see information you really want to read. FAQ, frequently asked questions regarding participation of faith-based organizations in the PPP and EIDL program. Really? Oh, nice. How will churches qualify if they've not been informed of tax-exempt status by the IRS? What? That's interesting. Do organizations have to request and receive tax-exempt status or just meet the requirements of 501c3 status to be eligible? What a great question. Churches, integrated auxiliaries of churches, and conventions or association of churches, exact pull of the language from 508c1a, right? They pulled, and that other non-reporting 6033, right? They pulled it word for word. And what does it say? They qualify for PPP and EIDL. No problem. loans, as long as they meet the requirements of Section 501c3 of the IRS code and all the other PPP and EIDL requirements. Okay, here's the big, easy sentence you were looking for. Such organizations are not required to apply to the IRS to receive tax-exempt status. Hooray! See 26 USC 508C1A. Fantastic. This means you can get 501c3 status for your trusts without applying. And that means no reporting and no paying taxes for forever. Am I a good accountant or what? Come on. Come on. Pretty good, right? This is all copyrighted too. I did this first and then I copyrighted it, right? The wealthy elite are doing this behind closed doors and everything. But I'm the first real human to do it. Yay. And now you can have it too. Isn't that wonderful? It's so fun. Let's see what we got here. If anybody. Oh, question you brought up. Ooh. The declaration of trust as a place for successors trustees' signature versus the previous that did not. There was only a place for a trustee. Is that highly recommended having one now? No. It's not highly recommended to have one. It's just, I've heard some reports from different banks wanted it on there, you know what I mean? Like, it was only a couple times. It hasn't come up recently, but people were like, oh, I need a successor trustee in the trust to open a trust at this bank. I was like, okay, well, if you want a bank there, fine, put it in, no problem. So I just put it in there instead of, you know, you could white it out or whatever and not use it too. So, and in the second mentor video that I just did, I just explained how to add a successor trustee and stuff. I'm sure you saw it. So either way is fine. So it was only for banker convenience and it wasn't for yours. You don't have to name a successor trustee on the trust to open a trust. It was like a convenience thing for students only, attempted convenience thing. That's all. Joe, good question. What about the mastery program? We're just going to do the mentor program, and then once a year, we haven't got it figured out when, we're going to do an elite gathering face-to-face, okay? And it's going to cost money, you know, because people got to get together and so on. But that's going to be sort of like the upper level that we've done it last year, and so we're going to do it again. You know, we just went to this new platform and stuff, so we're going to do it at our own tempo. It'll come up. Keep an eye out for it, but it's going to be quite a while. It'll be after the mentor program is done, you know, because I don't want anyone coming to that conference without all that information. You see what I'm saying? People will have to be required to go through the mentor program before they were able to come and do like that, you know, high level gathering. Okay. Oh, crap. I didn't bring my hat in here. Did I bring my hat? I did that. What? Oh. Next 4 people that get the mentor program, get the mentor program, get the Liberty 8 hat. I cannot believe I did not bring that in here with me. I'll put it on next time. Okay, but that's what we're doing. You get sent a hat in the mail that we made. Liberty 8 Academy, yay. Finding Freedom on the back. It's a nice hat. I actually wear it. I wore it to the beach. It's like sand colored. It's pleasant. Let's see. How would you deal with driver's license and passport? Yeah, I use them because they're inexpensive and they save a lot of time and hassle. You see, they have things across borders and stuff that they need to open and then they let you through. You follow me? It's not a service you can easily walk around. So those things I use them because they're easy, save time, not they don't spend much money. Christopher Bobby, how about a massive comic book collection? Can I put them in the trust? Yes. You do that on there's an exhibit that comes with the trust, the declaration, and you write the things that, it's a good question. Like, I had a client ask, I'll use another example. He had an extensive guitar collection, like comic book collection. Yeah. And the exhibit, you actually write them down on that. You see what I'm saying? Like, you might already have that written down. You see it, so you would say, see exhibit and so on. You could say where your list is and so on, that name list on such and such a date and so on. It goes in the exhibit, right, when you create the trust. It comes with the trust. Look for that, the exhibit, all right? It's an add-on to the trust where you can name things that don't have a deed or a title. Good question. Okay. Or a bank account or an account. You see what I'm saying? Things that don't fit into that would fit into the exhibit. Good question. Wow. Okay. Is it okay to open a Bank of America? Yeah. It's okay to open a Bank of America, sure. But I wouldn't, because not for that reason. For the reason that they don't issue credit cards in the name of any trust, not just this trust. They don't do it at Bank of America. Bank of America, Wells Fargo doesn't do it, so I don't recommend them. Have I had a bank account at Bank of America? Yeah, I actually have with the trust, no problem. But when I realized that, I was like, why run money through here and have a relationship with you when I'm trying to get credit for the trust and so on? You follow? So, okay. You can do it though, yeah. Yeah, safe from collection, yep. Totally. They won't go into trust. Nope. Even if they have that other thing going, no problem. Pacific Ridge, can we take it a 401k and roll it over or have it owned by the trust? Yes. You just open a trust account where you have your 401k and then you get the app or whatever, your online banking, you go transfer, click, and then it goes over that study. That's it. You're done. Yay. Okay. George, can I connect with you? Yeah. Good place to connect if it's people that already have the trust is to get into our, why was it not coming to? The online forum in the school. It's private, and I monitor it. So if you have questions and stuff, go in there. But if you're just talking about yourselves, go ahead. It's a good place where you could always, not based on someone else's account or whatever. You could just go in there. You're talking. All right. Hazardable. Can an employee hire me as a trust? Can an employer? Yes. Yes, if you could use a W-9. Yes, that has space to write in a trust name. And that, yes, then all the no reporting and no taxes, then it applies. But if you're doing like W-2, W-4 land, only a person can be written in there. So trust doesn't work for those situations. That's why I need you to get out of that, right? Get into W-9 or better, okay? Raw juice and herbs, nice. Yes, apply for EIDL with a new trust. You're not going to get approved. You could apply, but it won't get approved because for EIDL, the bank account open to be opened by like March 2020, right? Okay, I think it was. So that doesn't mean they're not going to roll out a whole bunch of other, stuff here coming up where they destroy the economy more. I told people to do this before EIDL and all that. I'm telling to you again, they're going to do more of this junk Don't really matter if you can't get an EIDL. Get ready for everything else. Get the rest of your credit and so on. Okay? Elite Mastery face-to-face. Yeah, that's it really... It's really something it takes a lifetime for people to absorb, I think, is spending time with me. It does tend to overwhelm people, but in a positive way. You want the information and you need it, you're asking, I'm here to give it. That's it, you know. George, the employer can just pay your trust. Yeah. See, you fill out that W-9. You know, you want to work somewhere. If it's a W-9, you fill it in a trust. That's it. For each W-9, one of the requirements is whoever is having you fill it out, whatever workplace, right? One of the requirements of that W-9 is they send a 1099 every year to whoever filled out that W-9 that they paid anything to. Okay, so they don't know if they're taxable or not. The IRS knows you're not taxable, your trust is, right? The IRS knows, you know your trust isn't taxable, so you don't do anything with that 1099. Do nothing. Excuse me. You do nothing with it. Knowledge is power, that's right. Chase is suggesting, yeah, I like Chase because their credit cards are best. Yes, agree, Christopher, yes. But I also suggest where you're currently banking because you like where you're banking. So, okay, bank there. With the, unless it's Bank of America, which, hey, I suggest you have two banks anyway, so you could have Bank of America as your backup bank accounts. No problem, Could. I have had that. Just for convenience of location. Pacific Ridge. Is there any way to insure the trust and everything in it? I don't know about that. Like Lloyd's of London does those kind of things, you know what I mean? And I don't think your trust has enough in it to do that kind of thing. Insurance, I'm not an insurance guy, and I actually not heavy on insurance. I'm heavy on the trust, and then you don't need insurance. That's the way I don't have insurance or anything except for the trust car. I have no insurance on nothing. I trust in Christ. I don't have a reason for insurance for anything. But studying it for 30 years, trust me, it's the best thing you can do in your life. It's true, right? You can listen and take notes. Yeah, it's good, right? It's good, George, when you hit finally the mother lode of truth, and it's not that complicated. It's simple when you get to this level. You asked about this before. I have unclaimed funds in the state. Okay. When I get the trust, how fast can I transfer the money? It's over $20,000. If the trust has a bank account, it's not the bank account. It doesn't have a speed on it. You know what I mean? Like the bank account is just open, and it's prepared to receive anything at any moment. There's nothing on that end for that. That's just going to be money coming in. How long does it take to get unclaimed funds? I have no idea. You see, but if it took 1 day, that's how long it would take to go into your trust. If it took 30 days, it would take 30 days. But once it's in the trust, it's in the trust. That's not an issue. The trust is open, that's it. Okay. So, how is this school different? Unlike crappy schools like Yale or Harvard or Stanford or MIT or Cornell, how about crappy schools like that, right? They have no proof. They have no testimonials from any of their students. They have no proof going to school there does anything to improve your life or changes your life, or people are successful with the information they're taught. None of those schools, no schools, actually, they don't have proof like that. None of them. We have testimonials, and each testimonial, you go look at them on either our YouTube channel or our website. You can go look. They all have a notarized affidavit, meaning this is from real people. No other school has that. No lawyer has that. No accountant. No one. You should be really concerned about using any other school or accountant or lawyer, right? Because they don't have any testimonials, they don't have any proof of outcome, proof of successful outcomes. That's what makes us different. And we're here. We have a team to support you, right? Contact at liberty8academy.org, no problem. Mentor program has its own email. We got some live chat. Yeah. So we are different in that way. We're different in every way because, you know, and we can show you, this is where we show you get PPP money, EIDL, credit cards, lines of credit. You know, you can get all of those too in the name of the trust, sure. We teach you, the school teaches you, the course you get with the trust, right, teaches you how to build credit for the trust. Business Finance 101 comes with the trust, and it teaches you step by step from the beginning how to build credit and credit profile for your trust. It's wonderful. Some of it has to be personally guaranteed and some of it doesn't. We teach you everything about that, all right? Where can you bank? Bank anywhere you want, right? They're a little, you know, you might not want to bank here, like, right, like Wells Fargo and Bank of America because they don't give credit card, but you can bank there still. Bank where you want. Bank where you're banking. You see, I give you, hey, here's the best place to bank at, Chase and so on, but, you know, bank where you want. That's up to you. Bank anywhere you want, no problem. So we have other courses, right? You get in the mentor program. You can get My Time. We're going to Zoom together. That's the advising sessions. And Business Finance 101, that comes with the trust, okay? Automatically, it's in there at checkout. You're not going to, you know, be able to purchase it a second time by accident. You can't do that. But like someone asked before in today's Trust Crash Course, we did sell the trust without this before. So people that don't have it, you can come up and get it by itself. But now it comes with it. Why? Because it's just, people need it, you see? And they were like, yeah, but I need that. It's like, and they got upset when they weren't as successful as they wanted to be. So we're like, we're putting it all together. Everybody's always happy that way. So we're only doing it the happy, successful way. All right? And that's the Trust Crash Course. That's the last slide. Yay. What else we got? Sam, when you sign by, do you spell out the person name and letter? No. Just, no. Usually on a signature line, the name is underneath of the line. You see what I'm saying? Where you're signing, that's where you, if you want to, you can print it out there for a signature, but usually it's printed. And if it isn't, you don't have to print it. It just says signature, BY, the regular scrawl, whatever that is. That's it. That's all. Average guy, all right. Far from average guy. I love his name though, right? They draw the jury pool from registered voters. I'm not registered, neither am I. But they sent me one anyway. So, anyway. And that's because I've done so many court cases and stuff. George, yeah, signature about 20 years, scribbled a G that's unreadable, right? By G. Great. Christopher Bobby. Jack, you said foreign EIN numbers are fake, right? Yeah, those, yeah, that's what I mean. Those 98 numbers, they're fake. That's right, they're fake, 100% fake. That's right, exactly. Foreign, you know, that whole, that there's a special EIN. There is a special EIN because you're operating the right kind of private common law irrevocable trust. And you click through and get it properly. You see what I'm saying? But there's no hidden 98 super special number where you get, you know, gold at the end of the rainbow. That's fake. You know what? You think they're a little bit evil? No, they're really, you know, totally evil, worship the ruler of hell. That's about as evil as you get, right? So, you know, they don't secretly have all this money waiting for you. If you, yeah, hey, if you'd like to sell your soul back, we do have money for that. And they do. But other than that, nope. Fake? Yes, I'm saying Christopher Bobby, that's 100% fake. Sorry. Now listen, I haven't done this for a while, but let me do it again today. Listen, let's say somebody did something really great and they're human, right? What would they do? Look what I did. That's what I did on my videos. The first ones I did on YouTube. Look at my court wins. Here's the check that I got from winning at court. Here's my outcome. Outcome first, right? Here's the money, baby. Here's I won the court case. That's what you're going to show every time, right? Here's what I did. And then you're going to go, here's how I did it. Second, here's what the liars do, the 98 number of people and all the rest of these lying BS things, right? They go, here's what you do. You forgot the first part. Your proof that you did anything. Duh. And people, because, they're so great at telling you these stories, and you love to hear stories because you're trained and programmed to hear stories. You like to hear good stories, so you go for the story. You skip the proof. Listen, from now on in life, don't waste any time on anything without proof. Your whole life is short. Don't go after anything that doesn't have proof first. That is just a storyteller, liar. Don't do it. You follow me? Use that principle of truth and knowledge, it'll never let you down, okay? I couldn't believe how many of these people were lying everything once I got into it. I did that radio show for over a year, almost 2 years, and every host was a liar. I'm sorry, every guest. I was one of those. Every guest was a stone cold liar with no proof. Every single one of them. I'm not kidding. Over the whole time, I was like, I'm out there looking for proof, and I'm interviewing and realizing, wait a second, I'm the only one with proof. Years I'm looking, And then that's where I developed this. Wait, listen. Let's just stop the story right here. Hold up on the story. Shoot me your proof, and then what? The story would end, and that's the end of the convo, and I'm moving on, and I'm living my life. You follow me? Okay, so they got great stories. They're never true. Marvin, you have a friend who would be a friend. Sign the trust, and then you're out of the jurisdiction. That's it. You go in there, you say, oh, no, I'm with Christ now. I follow the golden rule. You have no jurisdiction. You walk out of there. That's it. Done deal. That's what I do. That's what I've done. That's it. You got to get under that trust. You see, say you have to change out of that jurisdiction. Are there a lot of other benefits like what he just described? Yeah, totally. And it's easy. It's easy to do that, okay? How is that hard? It's not hard, okay? Get out of jail free card. Of course. They don't want me in a jail. Come on, right? They want me dead. They try to draw guns on me. Their arms are frozen in place. They come at me with chains, frozen in place, frozen solid, can't move. You'll experience that too. And so would your friend. You see what I'm saying, Marvin? It's easy. It's mentally difficult, okay? Mentally it's difficult for you. Great. But how hard is it to walk in the room and be like, I'm not under your jurisdiction anymore. Be polite and say no and walk out of the room. How hard is that? That's easy. That's easy. Come out of your mind control, people. George. I remember asking a lady at DMV, she was practicing law from behind the counter, and she said, never another word. That's funny. It's funny. You see, that's what, once you know what's up, you kind of, everywhere I go, I mess with a little bit. Hey, how you doing, Fair? Thank you for your service under the dome. I mess with them everywhere I go. In a nice, polite, jokey way, and they're like, okay, fine. Because they see me coming. They just want me going. You see what I'm saying? They know I'm coming. Okay, he's going to be nice and get out of here. Okay, great. Bye. That's it. Gemini, open mind with a trust bank. Okay, cool. Yeah, awesome. Way to go, Gemini. Gemini Queen nails it. Love it. George, Marvin, I can't answer that. Cool. Okay. Let's see. I'll go down to question. Yeah, Gemini gave the answer. Okay. Pacific Rim. So, do you suggest to start the mental program, right? The mental program. Start upon birth. Mentor program, right? Now, as opposed, no. No one's allowed into the mentor program unless they have the mastery trust. You can't get in. You literally can't get in. You can't get in. We want to approve you to be in it. No one can get in the mentor program unless they have the Business Finance 101 course and their trust open. We're not going to let you in because this is after that. You follow me? This is for those people that wanted to, got that success. Now they could jump in here and learn everything else to do with their trust. You follow me? We just don't want to put the cart before the horse. We're doing success, okay? So good question, good question. You have to get the trust first, okay? Pacific Ridge. You have to get the trust first, get your trust open, learn about how to build credit for your trust. That's what you want. Because what's the mentor program? That's how to use the trust. You see what I'm saying? So you need the trust. We don't want to teach you how to use the trust unless you have the trust. See, only success for everyone, okay? We want you happy. Yeah, right? It would be nice to, I can only deprogram people to a certain level. They will censor my videos and so on. Most of my videos are censored now. I just cannot put them out. It would really be a problem if I were to do that. I wrote a book that I'll be looking to put out under another name. I think they'd close the payment gateway if I were to put out my book on this website. No, George is right. If you know what you're talking about, listen. If you know what you're talking about and you're polite, you see what I'm saying, interacting with the government people, it's going to be a quick interaction. Because, listen, hate saying you don't know, baby, but, they read your mind and they read your emotions, your thoughts and everything. Literally, when you're in the parking lot to walking up to them. You think they don't, they look like you don't know. You just don't know. You don't know. Sorry, you don't know. But, so when you know, you have your knowledge right, and you're going to go in there to interact with a government official, and you studied, you're dead on, it's going to be quick, like George says. You take a training that we give you, you go in there, they know you know what's up, they know you staying longer only makes their day worse. You follow me? You're going to bring up something or whatever, and that's not what they want. They don't want to divulge extra information. They know what you know. They just want you in and out. They don't want anyone else noticing what you're doing. You in, you out. You see what I'm saying? Quick, like George said, okay? Joshua Fuchs. Okay, if you don't file taxes as a business, so what or how can you obtain funding to grow your business? That comes with it. You get, yeah, it comes with it. That Business Finance 101 course comes with it. Isn't that great? You don't only get the trust and training in how to open your trust, but also how to build credit for your trust comes with the trust. We teach you all of that. No problem. It's all in there. No problem, okay? The trust can do it. No problem. You don't file taxes, never, but you can get credit. No problem, okay? All in there. Right? They make an annotation on your computer record like, get this guy in and out. Oh my goodness, is that so true, George? It is so funny that they do that, and absolutely. And you'll notice too, if you have to go to like some government office repeatedly, you're likely going to be talking to, the highest level one they got, the most knowledgeable, also the most polite, and get you out the door as fast as possible. You know what I mean? You get great service from now on when you sign the trust. You see? George, a lot of things get marked to leave you alone. Yes, exactly. Boom. You play chess and they're playing checkers, right? Hey, it's the same, black and white chessboard now. You follow me? Same games going on. They're this carnival, right? They're the carny. They're the ones, incarnate. They don't have their wings on, but they're incarnate, and they have powers you don't have. And there are very few people playing this game, and we're walking around being tested. That's it. being mentally prepared is a must. That is it. Gemini, I can't, you know, as she said it so succinctly, that is what you must do. And if you do that, and we provide that training, okay, that if you in any way get mixed up on it, get my time. You already have some time that comes with it, right? Or email us. Look, get it all down in your head, and you go in every interaction is going to be a whole lot easier, okay? Just like Gemini said. One sentence everybody should know, right? Well. Okay, so let's see. We finish up a trust crash course here. Great interaction for everybody. I usually do this for an hour. We're in here an extra half hour. Everyone, thank you for everything you said. Everything, yeah, be polite when you're doing the representatives. No reason to be rude because you're in charge now. You're not under their jurisdiction. You're with the one that rules them. So, you know, they don't want to be frozen in place. They don't want to have anything weird happen to them. They know that could happen to them. So they just want to politely, quickly do their job and you leave. That's it. I've got used to sitting still, right? Would I have to? That's it, Gemini, right? Like Jack said, you get good service when they know you know. That's it. That is so it. You see, Gemini. Maybe it was Gemini. I don't know if it was you, Gemini. I think maybe it was you. No, I think it might have been Ashanti. Someone wrote something really good about this topic in the online forum for the school. And it was just being kind of like sitting there, being polite, answer properly, but vague. You're not volunteering anything. They, you know, they want to small talk. They figure everybody's going to small talk and tell them everything. Nope. I bring a book too. You know, I just figured they'll be clicking away over there. It's not impolite. I was like, oh, I know your job is busy and stuff like that. I understand, you know. I just, you know, do your thing. If you have any questions, I'm right here, you know. I'm just reading or whatever, you know. That's I really do that. Or I'm like, how are you? How are you today? Oh, is that your son? You know, I talk about them. You know, oh, is that a picture of your son? Yeah, well, that's my son or whatever. Oh, you like sailing or, you know, whatever's on their desk or whatever. You follow me? Hey, John, don't forget to check the link. Yes! Let's check the link. Here we go. Thank you. I'm just about to pop off. Do, do, do. Here we go. There it is. And, oh crap. I can't put in the link because I'm not signed into this thing. I can't put a link in here. Oh my goodness. There it is though. Can you see? Oh no, can't see it, right? Oh, let me see if I can do it this way. There. See that right there? There, you could watch the video and pause it right there, Jel. I'm sorry. You see, I'm on a program that's putting this live into YouTube. I'm not in YouTube itself, so I'm not, you know, quote, signed in per se. So it won't let me do that. I'm sorry. Ashanti, yes, it was you. I wrote vague, friendly, but detached. Yes, that's the perfect way. I love the way you put that, Ashanti. You put that so perfect in the for so perfect. Yes. Okay, so you with me there, Joe? You're gonna go to this, but I'm telling you, you're gonna Google these words too, and it'll pop up as a PDF. Okay, that's fine. Okay, listen, I'm sorry that I haven't got your email, but I want to get it. Okay, but there it is. All right, let me bring this back up. You can go to it. I'm going to go back to this. Oh, cool. See, I didn't know you could go between windows. Great. That's good. I could do that in the future. Let's see. Exists. Prove every single word Christ ever said. That's so funny. Right? No, there's a back door. It's like, yeah, there is a back door. It's so funny. funny. It's true, George. Anyway, thank you everyone for coming. My apologies, Shell, for having to do this way, but we are going to get this whole mentor email thing sorted out so I give you much more prompt service to keep you rolling. So glad you're in there. Okay. Oh, anyone else in the mentor program? Right? The next 4 people that get it, we got 4 hats. Liberty Aid Academy hats going to come to you in the mail. Isn't that exciting? Heal Through Faith. I need to register Secretary of State afterwards by your time. That all comes with it. That all comes with it, okay? All that information comes with the trust. When you get the trust, Heal Through Faith. How to register at Secretary of State. Some of my time comes with it. That all comes with it. No problem, okay? Yeah, really. Talking to me once is a lot. I get you totally oriented. Everybody's situation is slightly different, but the trust and how it works is always the same. So it's like, I just get you dialed into, kind of like, it's your program, I just dial you into, oh, here's how you use the trust in that situation. That's it. But I'm here. If somebody gets my time, like once a month, they go so far, so fast. It's unbelievable. I never recommended it until I saw this one guy do it like 4 or 5 months in a row, and he was just like, I did everything. I'm like, yeah. He was just like, I couldn't believe what he did. And neither could he. He was so happy. Anyway. Okay, if Florida says for property taxes, educational, quitclaim deed is a trust. That's a complex question there, Sam. And you're going to need, that's a complex question there. And I need more information. Okay. Okay, if you have a mortgage, quitclaiming into the trust can accelerate your mortgage. It means you have to pay it all today, the day you did it, right? You can't just put, if you have a mortgage on the property, you can't just put it in the trust like that. You see, because the mortgage will be like, hey, you're trying not to pay me. And that has worked. But, I'm not teaching that except for in the mentor program. But you're going to want to do something like this. Refinance, and at the closing table, have them put it in the trust. It closes, it goes in the name of the trust. Or contact your mortgage, whoever has your mortgages, to be like, listen, for tax reasons, can I change the deed, to be the name of the trust? Say you'll pay. I'll pay for the lawyer to close and do all that. Can I do that? Is there a fee? How can I do that? Or when you're purchasing a property, work with a lender that will allow you to put in the name of a trust at the end of the transaction, which some do, okay? So those are kind of like the main methods to do that, all right? Ashanti, great. Thank you for that great stuff in the online forum too, Ashanti. Wonderful. Yeah. If you get my time, you go so far, so fast. But get the trust first before you do that, okay, Anyone currently doing anything, you'd be surprised how far I can get you from where you are now to where you want to be. You'd be surprised in a happy way. Also, anyone asking Google for any state trust affidavit? Some states, yeah, some states say you have to do that. That's fine. Just, do it. No problem. You see? You just Google it, give them anyone, Gemini, like exactly like you're saying. It's just for them. It's not really needed. It's just if you want to have their services exactly like you say. Everyone, thank you for coming. We're here Thursday at 7. Listen, this is, wouldn't it be great if there were other solutions out there? Wouldn't it be great? There aren't, though. There aren't. I've done this for so many years, and this is copyrighted. I took the debt and credit off my website, even though I'm 100% successful with everyone doing that. You know what I mean? It's amazing. Beating foreclosure, beating credit card debt, beating all these debts and so on. Still, I took that off the website because this is so important. This is so easy to do. You follow me? The rest of that stuff I'll teach you in the mentor program, all right? All right, people. Thank you for coming. Monday at noon, Thursday at 7.